Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Max. Max is from Portsmouth in England, in the UK. So let's see what Max has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Max. How are you?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you. How you doing?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So, how was your day today?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, went to work, working hard, come home, just spend time with the family, just normal life. Yourself?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a great day today. Today, I'm celebrating 3 years since the Magic Box was launched. So,
Wow.
yeah, 3 years ago on this day, I was over the place. I was literally like, my heart was bumping. I was nervous. I was sharing with friends. So, it was the day when, I said for the first time, welcome to William the Magic Box.
Wow, congratulations on your 3 years.
Thank you, thank you. And actually, when I was checking your stories, it's your first podcast that you
Yeah,
participate.
today, yeah.
So imagine, it's a special day today, not just for you, for me, but for you as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Amazing. You meant to be connected today for some reason. So tell me, I can see you have this. How do I call that in your chest? In
This
this
is a title.
toil. So,
Title. Title.
title. Sorry, a
Title.
title. So tell me about it. Why you're holding this title?
Basically, when I do a lot of my lives and stuff, I always have a title with me. I've got about five of them. So everyone just enjoys looking at them. So whenever I do a live, this is like my signature. I have my figures there, and I always have one of my titles literally here all around my waist. So it's like my signature thing.
Wow. So this one is you won. I know you are a wrestler. You are a wrestler fan, yeah?
Wrestling fan, yeah.
Right. So tell me a little bit about this one that you are holding right now. How
This
old is
one,
yeah.
I started watching in about 1999, and one of my favorite wrestlers was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Have you heard of him?
No, it doesn't. No.
No, and he had this belt. So when the first time I started watching, he had this belt. So this is like a real special belt to me. It's my favorite, and as I said, I always enjoy showing my things to the people that like watching me. And so yeah, this is just my favorite belt, really. So that's why I chose this one.
Wow. Is it heavy?
Yeah, it's quite heavy. It's an actual replica from the WWE shop.
My goodness.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not.
So as we already start talking about wrestling, so tell me a little bit about your journey so far.
Basically, what happened was a few months ago, probably 3 months ago, I just thought, oh, I'm gonna just start like a little TikTok up and just show people like a few of the stuff that I own. And I thought, well, I don't think many people will be interested, so I just started like uploading videos, etc. And then I just decided that once I'd got to 1,000 followers on TikTok, you can then go live. So I thought, I didn't really have a lot of confidence. I thought, okay, I'll just try live. I'll go for it. So yeah, I went live, and as I said, I just met so many good people, and my channel seems to become quite popular, and a lot of people really enjoy it, which is good.
Wow, amazing. You know what? I had so many people on the show, and I had a few wrestlers around the world here. And, from Finland, from the US, from different parts of the world. And, they share a lot of stories. They share a lot of, passion about wrestling. Yeah. So during the journey, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your passion, about your life overall. Okay. So tell me, where are you from, Max?
Portsmouth in England.
Hmm. I've been there actually.
Oh, you
Uh,
have?
yes, I have been there. Yes. And that's the place where you were born and raised?
Yeah, that's it. Seaside town. It's very got lots of beaches and
There is a tower, a very famous tower there.
yeah, Spinnaker Tower.
Yes, I remember that very well. And tell me, what's the best part of living there, in your opinion?
It's not like overly busy. So it's like it is a city, but it's not like a real busy city. So you can sort of you've got the city vibe, but you've also got it's like relaxed, and it's not like as hectic as like London, as it were. So I quite like the chilled out, relaxing vibe. I'm not one for like really busy, so it's pretty perfect for me.
I see. And what do you do for work, for living?
Oh, me, I'm a bricklayer. I work in construction, lay bricks, build houses, and
Wow,
yeah.
amazing. And tell me, all your family living in Portsmouth as well?
Yeah, majority, yeah. But my mum lives in a place called Gloucester, so I'm there sometimes. I go visit her. But yeah, everybody else all in Portsmouth.
I see. Amazing. Right. So before we start our journey within the magic box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself.
Interesting about me. Wow, I don't imagine that there's many bricklayers that like wrestling. So that must be quite an unusual thing.
For sure, very interesting. When I was the first time when I saw your TikTok account, and I scrolled a little bit about this, like, okay, I need to invite him to the show. Actually, as I said before, I had so many wrestlers around the world, but you are my first British one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there you go. The pressure's on you now.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling it now.
Okay, Max, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Yeah.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So, this is my best friend. Okay, full of fun questions. I'm just going to play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Let's do it. All right. So before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
First question for you is, tell me what did they do that comfort you the most?
I'm trying to think. That's quite a difficult question. That is a difficult question. I'll tell you something. Me and my mum used to always go and like watch football. You know, like do you understand football? Yeah. So we'd always go and do that, and that would always be like a real relaxing, sort of calming thing. So we used to do that, and that was probably one of my favourite sort of memories as a child as well, to go and watch football. So I'd say that's probably one thing that used to comfort me the most, to be honest.
Amazing. And who do you support in football?
Portsmouth.
Of course. And who in your family you are more close to nowadays?
Probably, obviously my daughter, but she's my most important person. My partner as well, and I'd probably say my mum and my dad. Really, my mum and dad are separated, but I speak to them quite a lot. And my grandma's probably my most favourite person, to be honest.
Oh, and do you have siblings as well?
Yes, one sister.
Okay, in Portsmouth as well.
In Portsmouth.
Okay, amazing. Next question. All right, Max. Next question is, who makes you laugh the most?
My little girl.
I knew you'd say that.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
How old is she?
She's 4.
Oh my God! You know what? I have a godson. Yeah, godson. He's the son of my best friend. He lives in Canada, and he's gonna be 4 now in October in this month. And I'm gonna come in 2 weeks' time. I'm flying there to spend his 4th birthday there.
Yeah, so they're such a good age. They're so fun.
I know. Tell me something. So far, what's the best part of being a dad?
I think it's making your kids happy, like seeing them laugh, seeing them have fun, like, and just being with them along the journey, you know.
And what's the biggest lesson you've learned from her so far?
From her, I never used to be very sort of patient, but now I sort of like I've gained a lot of patience now, sort of since being a dad, because it's like you can't expect them to know everything, and you've got to like teach them. So everything that you do sort of reflects on them. So you've got to really be patient, teach them, be really like respectful, and just be a good person, really.
It's interesting saying that, because I had a few, parents on the show, and they say the same. Patience is something that they never knew before until they became parents.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm sure your word is around your daughter. It's not about you anymore. It's about her.
Yeah, your life takes like a back seat. Like whenever I do my wrestling stuff, it's always when she's asleep or she's in bed. Like my hobby and my interests are literally when I get a few hours to myself in the evening.
And they've got a lot of energy to spend.
Yes.
It's like a full-time job for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Next question. Max, tell me something before the next question. Tell me how the passion about wrestling started. When was the point that hits you, that you go like, oh my goodness, that's something that I'm very interested with, that you got very connected?
I, as I said, I must have been. It was in 1999, so I must have been 8, and
Mhm.
I remember coming across it, and because it used to be on a Friday night, and I remember just watching it with my mum, and I was just instantly hooked on it. I just loved it. I don't. I mean, it's not just the actual wrestling as well. Like you get the entrance music and the storylines, like the storylines and stuff behind it. It's just amazing. And I was just hooked, and I said I've watched it literally ever since.
Tell me something. Actually, look your post on Instagram. It made me think about something. Wrestling is something well known worldwide. Yeah, but just correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that some countries is bigger than some others. For example, I don't know if it's in the US, one of the biggest place where country that the wrestling is very famous. In England, do you think it's a place that is popular or is still a bit behind compared to other countries?
Obviously the US is like where it's most popular. It's literally like, and I'm sure it's pretty popular in Mexico as well. In the UK, there's a lot of sort of, they're called indie like wrestling companies. So they're like smaller companies, obviously, but there's a lot of them sort of coming out the woodwork that I've started to see. So I feel like it's really popular here, but obviously it's a lot more. How can I put it? It's a lot more advertised in America. It's on a lot more like television wise, and obviously because here there's a thing called like a pay-per-view which happens once a month, and they put it on, and obviously it's at 1 a.m. in the UK, so it's like if you want to watch it live, it's a lot harder, you know.
Right.
But I feel like it's gone worldwide. They're doing shows in Australia, Saudi Arabia, so it's getting a lot more popular all around the world. It's getting big, like real big.
Have you ever been in a live show, like watching in live or not?
Yeah, I've been to about 6 shows now. I went to one called Money in the Bank that was in London, and that was a really good show. And I'm going to another one in October. But to watch it live, it's a real experience. Even if you've never watched it, it's really worth going. Really worth it.
So tell me about the very first time when you went it. Like what was your emotion? Like the first time when you went to a show?
Well, the first time I went to a show, it was actually, I was literally like, I think it was, how long ago was it? About 4 years ago was the first time I'd went. And obviously it was like a childhood memory, like a childhood like thing that I'd always wanted to do. It was just like, it sort of gives you like goosebumps the first time you go, because it's just
Wow.
like, it's surreal. You think, wow, do you know what I mean? Like, I never went to a big WWE show when I was young. So the first one I went to, I was just like in awe, just looking around thinking, wow. And ever since then, every time they come to the UK, I'll make sure I go.
I see. Oh my God, I just keep imagining all the energy around
Mm.
the where they're doing the fights, called fights, yeah.
Yeah, so much goes into the production as well. It's not just the wrestlers; it's everything.
I
Like all the show, everything's just, there's so much effort goes into it, and like I said, it's just incredible.
What the WWE stands for?
World Wrestling Entertainment.
Okay, didn't know that. Next question for you is, which season of the year you feel more connected with and why?
Which I would probably say 2019, just for the sheer fact that my daughter was born in 2019, and I felt like I grew so much as a person when she was born, because it sort of, like I said, teaches you so much
Mhm.
more. You learn a lot about yourself, and it puts you in a really difficult position as well, because you go from being independent, go and do whatever you want, like you've got no responsibility, no one like leaning on you, to then having like this little person who's completely relying on you. And like I said, it just teaches you so much. So that was probably like one of the biggest years of my life, to actually sort of had to grow up a lot. And like I said, you learn a lot about yourself, and you do things that you never ever thought you could do, and you become something that you never thought you would become.
Absolutely. And regards like a season where, like, for example, winter, summer, fall, or spring, there's a season that you feel more connected with as well?
I would say the summer, on just for the sheer fact of summer is a lot easier for my work as well. It's obviously I work outdoors, so summer's
Mm.
better for that. And I find with like in regards to your family and stuff, there's so much more you can do in the summer because it's hot. Everybody's in a better mood. Everyone's happy because obviously it's sunny outside. You can eat an ice cream. Everyone's just a lot happier in the summer. But as I said, like obviously the other seasons are nice, but the summer seems to be when everyone's in the best mood.
Portsmouth get very like crowded in summertime or not really?
Yeah, it does. Obviously, where we've got, obviously, have you been to? You must have been to Southsea, have you?
I'm not sure. I don't remember by the name.
It's near where the Spinnaker Tower is. It's where all the beaches are and stuff. So
Oh,
obviously down there gets busy. Obviously, like not a lot of places have beaches, but do they? So obviously it's a seaside town, and in the summer it does get busy. But I said everybody's just happy, so it's a nice place to be honest.
how far are you from the beach?
From where I live, it takes about probably 20 minutes to get right into Portsmouth city centre. So it's not far, not far at all.
Very close. I'm further for sure than the beach in London.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Ready for another question?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next one. For your very first podcast, you feel very relaxed. I can see. I can feel you're always being this way.
Yeah, I must admit, the first time I started doing the live on TikTok, so I must have had like 2 or 3 people coming in, and I just thought I felt like giving up in a way. So I thought like, is this just seems pointless? But then there was just this one time I went on live, and I said I had like quite a few people join. I had so many people comment, and I thought I just felt instantly relaxed. It's really weird. And there's been times where there's been like 100 people in there, and I'm like, there's 100 people staring at me, and I just feel so relaxed because I talk about something that I really enjoy. And there's what happened is I just felt like uncomfortable, but I feel like it's good to be uncomfortable sometimes. Like you push yourself, you know.
Absolutely, going out of your comfort zone. It's a
Mm.
good place to be. I think it's what protects, what makes you feel comfortable. It's the surround you about. You have this. It's all about that. It's all about the scenario around you that makes you feel comfortable.
The problem is you're not growing as a person if you just sit comfortable. Sometimes you've got to push yourself to grow.
Always, always, always. You just find beautiful things outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
Sometimes you have to push yourself out there.
yeah, 100%.
Cool. Next question is, what is one food you could eat for the rest of your life?
Nando's, Nando's butterfly chicken, and every day easily.
They're going to be very happy now to watch this interview and see the publicity you're giving to the whole world right now.
Yeah, Nando's is my ultimate favorite. I could eat it every day.
Look, if someone from Nando's, from Portsmouth, is watching this interview right now, I think you could give some discount now so far for Max.
Yes,
He
please.
deserves. He's talking about Nando's for the whole world right now. Imagine people Googling, like, what Nando's means in other countries.
Yes, please. I'll take some discount.
Do you like cooking?
I'm not very good at cooking, to be honest. Yeah, it's not something I'd particularly say I enjoy doing, if I'm completely honest.
Welcome to the club. I don't know how to cook either. Tell me something that you cannot eat at all.
I don't really like sauce. So I don't really like mayonnaise or brown sauce or salad cream or anything like that. I'm not a fan of sauce.
Not even ketchup.
Ketchup is the only one I can eat. That's it.
So when you go to Nando's, you just eat like very dry.
Oh no, I have the medium. They do the medium, but I don't actually have any of the sauce. No.
Amazing. Very good. Next question. Right, before the next one, I know that you have a collection. Is there one behind you, or you have, like when you say collection, it's different things?
All behind me here is just a selection of some of the figures that I own. A lot of my figures are all in like boxes and stuff, but this is just like my display one, because what I do when I'm on my live, someone will sort of say, "Oh, can you show me this one?" So I'll do like a motion like this. I'll pick it up and then show you in the screen. Do you want me to show you sort of thing that I do?
Absolutely, please.
Someone will say, "Oh, can you show me the rock?" So I will get the rock down like this, and I will go like that.
Oh,
and then I will sort of this is like the motion that I'll do. Show you the whole figure like this.
wow. Now
And
I
then-
understand. Now there are figures inside. I thought it was just like a paper, but I now understand. Now I
That's
understand
it.
why.
And then I'll say I'll put it back up there, and then someone else will say, "Oh, can you show me this one?" And then, like I said, that's how people enjoy. People just enjoy looking at the figures, and then we talk about them and things like that.
Okay, so in the end of the show, I'm going to ask you to put a little bit closer. I would like to choose one as well. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll lift you straight up, and you can have a look at them all.
Amazing. Very good. Next question is, what do you think people need to know about each other before they start a relationship?
I feel like what your intentions are, like what sort of thing what you're looking for. Whether like if you're looking for somebody you just want to go for dinner with, or you want to sort of go to the cinema with, or you want it to progress further. If you want to get married, if you don't want to get married, if you'd like kids, or if this person doesn't, I feel like you need to be completely transparent with what you want. So if you don't want the same things as the other person, you should let them move on and find something that suits what they want.
Totally. I think communication is the main key, isn't it?
100%.
Absolutely. I think it's not, you need to be comfortable and open to talk about the person you're sharing a life with.
Yeah,
If you're not comfortable, you know what I mean? There is something not right out there. I think communication is the main key for everything.
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Cool. Next question, Max. Next, do it. Right. Next question is, what is the worst pickup line have you ever heard?
Pickup line, as in like a chat up line.
Yeah, pickup line. You know, like people try to get somehow.
Oh, I've heard some fight. Get your coat, you've pulled.
Get what?
Get your coat, you've pulled.
What that means?
Basically means get your coat, we're leaving.
Oh, I see. Now I got it.
Very cheesy.
Did that ever happen to you?
No, it's never happened to me. Never happened to me.
Amazing. When you met your partner, who was the first one who fell in love first, in your opinion?
I feel like it was mutual, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it was pretty. Yeah, I feel like it was pretty mutual. Very unexpected. Like it wasn't. I didn't think it would be at that time. But as I said, sometimes you just go with the flow and things blossom, and then you go from there.
Wow. What's the biggest similarity between both of you and the biggest difference?
We both enjoy quite a relaxed lifestyle, and we both like playing video games.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we both like sort of walks. We've got a lot of similar interests.
I see. And the difference?
Difference. She takes ages to get ready, and I don't.
And she's okay with your passion about wrestling. She's kind of supportive as well.
Yeah, I think obviously she sort of enjoys it as well, and obviously I'm like a massive fan. So I think she enjoys seeing me enjoy something that I am passionate about and things like that. And she enjoys the live. She enjoys watching me, and I feel like she's quite proud of what I'm doing. Like I say, so it's all good.
Amazing. Okay, I have 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Before the next one, tell me a little bit more about your YouTube channel.
I've recently just started it, but I've not really done any sort of like long videos. I've only been doing shorts.
Mm-hmm.
So because I need to sort of like I need to educate myself a little bit more on it. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit unsure on it, so I need to learn myself. But yeah, I've mainly been doing shorts videos, really, like I said, because they're a bit more easier, and they're basically just like doing a TikTok video.
I see.
So I'm sort of in the midst of learning that at the moment.
Say that again?
I'm just in the midst of sort of learning about like what videos sort of thing.
I see. And so people, if they want to watch your videos on TikTok or on YouTube, what's the best way for them to get connected with you?
Just type in my username or etc. My TikTok's probably got a lot more value, I say, because it's got a lot more videos on than my YouTube. But as I said, hopefully I'm going to really learn and sort of like try YouTube, because obviously I know you're on YouTube, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did it take you long to sort of learn it, or was it pretty?
I'll tell you something now. After 3 years since I started doing the show, you just learn doing it. Yeah, that's the way. They're not perfection. I remember, I know a few people that they never started because they trying to get everything perfect. Like it doesn't happen like that. You need to just start it. Yeah, you start it. And one point, you just learn with the journey. And I still have a lot to learn, my channel is still very basic, I don't have like mass quality of things, but, talking, doing the show, it's about learning every day. The most you do, the most you learn. That's how I see. And so tell me about your TikTok. What's your name on TikTok?
My name on TikTok is Max's Wrestling Channel.
I see. So there are people, when they visit your page, what they're gonna find there?
Basically, what you'll find is I sometimes I put like wrestling clips up of stuff. I put a lot of stuff about obviously my figures up. I've got videos of my belts, just all sorts of things. I've got a lot of funny stuff up on there. Like there's like certain memes, and I've mixed them in with like wrestling clips. And yeah, it's a lot of it's just my collection, sort of clips, like certain funny sort of videos and stuff. All perfect for any age group. There's no sort of restriction on age. It's all sort of like friendly and etc.
And how often do you post your videos? Like, you put every day, or how does it work?
I try to do a few videos a week, but I mainly at the moment I seem to be having my most success going on the live and sort of chatting with people, and that seems to be sort of my sort of best way about going about things. I feel like my followers have picked up a hell of a lot more since I've been going live, but I really interact with people. Anyone who messages me and asks me a question, I will always get back to them. I'll treat everybody the same. And I'll tell you one really, really plus, and I hope whoever's listening will be able to relate to this. There are people that come into my live that can't express that there's been a few people that have been bullied about liking wrestling. There's been a few people that feel ashamed about it. But when they come onto my live, they're like, this is one place where we feel that we can just really express like our love for wrestling and not feel that we're being judged. And that is one thing that I really, really, I loved it, because if people felt comfortable to be able to talk and they didn't feel that they could be judged and they just felt relaxed in talking about something they enjoyed. And I thought that was amazing.
Amazing. Saying that, have you ever considered yourself to be part of the show as well as a wrestler, or not? Or do you do as well or not?
I've never, do you know what? I've never actually like wrestled like before. I'd always be open to the idea of trying it, but like I'm just every fan is a part of it, because obviously without fans there would be no wrestling.
I
But
see.
I just enjoy sort of showing my collection, talking to people, and I mean, like I said, I wouldn't say I'm nowhere near like a famous person or anything, but it would just, I feel like if people sort of look up to me, that's like inspirational for me, because I'm just a normal person like everybody else, but I feel like people enjoy watching me, which is crazy. I never thought they would.
And if one day one of those, people who, who about WWE, the people who organize that, would approach you one day, knowing that you're a big fan, they were like, okay, Max, I'd like you to somehow be part of it or practice one day, or would you do that?
That I would run. I would literally run to wherever they wanted me to go. That is, to be fair, that is one dream of mine, to just literally just be a part of WWE in some way. Like I said, it's a real long shot. It's a real long shot, but there's no problem in having goals and just dreaming big, because you just never ever know. But as long as I'm making people happy with my content and my lives, I'm happy with that.
I'd love to see one day you in the ring as well, like somehow part of it. I'd love that. I think it would be amazing to see someone who, is being, have this big passion, on wrestling, and suddenly, you're just like, imagine, I'll be watching you there, like just doing some show would be amazing. I think it's would be nice to somehow to see you involved in that. You never know. I think when you're open-minded, when you're approachable, you never know what can get to us.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy. I'd be happy to do anything. If the WWE wanted me to do anything, I would be more than happy to do it.
There you go. If someone is watching the interview now, let's put the universe. Let's get the universe to do its job. Next question is, what's the most beautiful thing someone has ever said to you?
I'll tell you, my granddad passed away a couple of years ago, and I remember when my daughter was born, he actually thanked me and said that he was really proud of me. And like I said, that will live with me forever. That was like probably one of the most special moments of my life. Like, and she made him really happy as well. Like my daughter made him happy. So just to me, that's like a memory that I'll never forget. And it just, even just talking about it now, it's quite emotional. But
wow,
that's probably I would say that.
Oh, amazing. Whatever he is right now, he's smiling, just see you, sharing that. Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
2 questions left. Let's do it. Hey, Max. Actually, you're my first guest as well from Portsmouth, if I'm not wrong. I had so many people on the show, but I guess, if I'm not wrong, you're the first guest from Portsmouth, for sure. Right, tough question for you now. If someone came up to you with an envelope, yeah, with your death date inside of it, would you open it or not, and why?
I'd probably say no, because like I really enjoy my life, and I just don't. To be honest, if I could, I would live on forever. So death is probably my biggest fear, to be honest. So like, I'd rather probably not know, like, if I was when I'm going to go, because then I'd just be worrying about it all the time.
Yeah, somehow will change your way of living
Yeah,
life. But I mean, it would affect your journey, I believe.
that's it.
Aging for you is something that bothers you, or is just a matter of life?
Yeah, I feel like it's just. I just really enjoy being alive. So I don't want to get older, if you know what I mean. And obviously, my little girl's only 4, and I love the age that she's at. So I don't want her to get older. It's just the whole cycle of life. But obviously, it happens. We all have to get older, and that's just the way it is.
Forever young, you know the song?
Yeah, I wish. Yeah.
Everyone would use that. Ready for the last question?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Last one. Before the last question, tell me, since you start your passion on wrestling, I know you've been different shows already. Tell me a moment or a situation, you know what I mean, that you've seen it, that you presence through or TikTok, anything that since connect with wrestling, that's always gonna have a special place in your heart. That's never gonna forget.
Well, obviously, as all wrestling fans will know, there's a wrestler called John Cena. Have you ever heard of him?
Nope.
No. And obviously, we went to Money in the Bank this year in London, and it wasn't expected. And obviously, John Cena's music has come on, and he has come out, and I promise you, that was like a childhood. Something inside me was lit. Literally, the hairs on the back of my neck was standing up. The whole crowd was just buzzing, because it's just, you didn't expect it. So to actually see John Cena in person for me was amazing. It's just a wrestling moment that I personally will never forget, and I'm sure a lot of other people will probably feel the same, because it's so iconic moment to see him basically.
Wow. And where he's from?
He's an American wrestler, but he's sort of he's gone sort of part-time-ish, and you don't see him a lot. So just for him to be there was like, it was just mental. It was such a shock. And he's been involved in the company for a long time. He's been there, he's done everything. He's one of the best. So to see him, it was like, wow. It was just, I was speechless. I couldn't even talk, because I was just like such in awe of it.
Wow. Amazing. Last question for you is, what is the most difficult thing have you ever done?
It's difficult. It probably sounds like really cliche, but again, I think it's being a dad, because it's just I did at the start. I found it really hard to adjust, because, like I said, like when you're on your own, you can do what you want all the time, and then when you've got someone relying on you, and you're sort of, when they're babies, you can't like, just go out. It's really difficult to get out of the house, because you've got to change and take all their stuff. So I found that really difficult. But obviously I've adjusted now, and I would never change it for the world. But I found it really, that was my biggest challenge, I think, becoming a dad.
A lot of nights not sleeping.
That's what I mean. Stuff like, then I'd have to go to work the next day. Like, it was tough, really tough, but all worth it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I totally know you. I don't have kids, but because of my godson, my best friend. So, oh my goodness. Even this week, he was talking to me. One of his, he got another one, youngest as well, and he's being not well, and it again, it's like it's always something happening. And, but again, as you said, it's worth it because, they grow so fast. And when you look back, you're like, my goodness, it's just a part of you.
And it's stressful.
Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Let's start with money.
We need it.
Family.
Everything.
One word for life.
What you make it.
Love.
Important.
Sex.
Enjoyable.
Politics.
Unsure.
I like that, actually. Religion.
I'd say it's important to each individual person.
Absolutely. Fear.
Everyone has it.
It's healthy. It's part of the journey here. Friendship.
Friendship. There's so many things you could use for that, but again, I feel that's probably one of the most important things in life.
Absolutely. Desire.
Desire. Can I say more than one word on that?
You can.
Things when it's hard because if you desire something, it's like you either got to go and work to get it, or you sit back and you don't get it.
See, regrets.
That's hard.
Success.
You should be happy with that, because if you've worked hard and you've got the success, then you should be happy.
Wish.
Not good.
Happiness.
Everything important.
One word for England.
Great.
Great or grey?
Great.
One word for Portsmouth.
Home.
And the last one now, wrestling. One word.
Amazing.
Look your smile. Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's pretend I'm going to meet your lovely partner for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, tell me the most beautiful thing about Max, and tell me something that he still needs to work on, to improve on. What should say?
I think she'd say the way that I'm really hard working. I'm not afraid to sort of, if I want something, I will go out and make sure that I get it for myself. Will always support my family. And I'm also obviously really close with my daughter, which is obviously always a good thing, because if you have kids, you want to be close. Absolutely. And just all around, I will just, like I said, I will never let anything beat me. No matter how bad I feel, or if I'm ill, I will always get up and still go and do what I need to do.
And something that you need to improve, to work on?
I'd probably say be a bit more maybe on my emotional side. I'm not an emotional person really, like. Unfortunately, I just can't help it. I'm sort of quite stern, if you know.
It's I think all of us, we have both sides. You know, sometimes people they can be emotional in a different way. They don't show the emotions, but you know, it's just a different way of being emotional. Yeah. What's your star sign in astrology?
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay, interesting. Right, let's play now Max and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Right, but before you ask the question, let's pretend now you are live on TikTok doing your, you know, your art, your show, and I'm connected with you. So tell me, I'm all yours now. You are in charge now of the show. What's happening now? Right,
basically what would happen is I would be sat here like this, and there'll be people coming in, and then they'll start talking. So they'll say to me something about something, a question about wrestling, and then I will sit here, I'll give my opinion on it. And then I'll get involved and ask them their opinion. But the main thing that I always do is someone will ask to see something. So I will get the figure down. I'll show them. I can tell them where I've got it, show them all around it, and just basically talk about. It's just literally, honestly, it's just to talk about wrestling. And it's not even me talking constantly, because in the comments, people are all talking in the comments as well. It's just a friendly place to be, and everyone's kind. If there's anyone in there who's being aggressive or being unkind, they get removed. It's as simple as that.
I see. Okay, so let me choose one then. Let me see if I can choose one.
I will lift you up.
Okay, let me see. Right. Wow, I cried. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm between two of them, actually. Three. Okay, I'm gonna go for the one, the red, the first one on your left. There's the red one, like he's holding on down. The blonde
this
guy.
One. Yes,
this one. I'll go for this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get him down.
Okay.
I'll bring him down. So what I would do this, and I will say, "This is Cody Rhodes."
Okay.
He is one that a lot of people ask to see, but I haven't opened him. He's still in the box. So I will literally just keep him like this, spin him round and show everybody.
All right.
And a lot of people will comment, and then I will literally just put him back up there like that. And then that's what I do.
Where he's from?
He's American.
He's American. Okay, so now I would like for you, it's going to be very difficult, but if you can choose just one, let's say that I know it's going to be hard for you, but let's say that, something happen and you just can choose one to save forever, this one always going to be very close to you because you cannot let it go, which one that would be and why?
I would save this one. For the sheer fact, it's a really, really nice figure. I'll get it out and show you. And everybody, it's the most popular one on my channel, so I feel like I'd be saving it for everybody else as well. It was also very, very hard to get, which is another reason. And everybody loves it because Logan Paul, you know Logan Paul?
Logan Paul?
Yeah, that's him.
I see. Oh wow. And that's how always he dressed in this way?
Yeah, that's his wrestling. He does wrestling, and that's his wrestling attire. So I would have to choose that one for the sheer fact again because everybody on the channel loves that one. It was really hard to find, so I'd have to save him.
Which one is the first one you ever got and the latest one?
The first one I ever got, I haven't actually got it out.
Okay.
And my latest one, I haven't actually done anything with it yet because what I do is I get them, then I have to put a box protector on them. As you can see, I'll show you this one. They've got like a protection around them, as you can see. Look, can you see the clear?
I see.
That keeps them in nice condition, and you can't ruin them. So I try not to get the ones out that haven't been protected yet because I don't want to damage them.
Amazing. Okay, Max, you can ask me a question now.
What sports do you enjoy?
Sports? Oh my God, I love the question. I love the question. I'll tell you now. I had already over 1,000 people on the show and nobody ever asked me this question. Wow, amazing. Okay, I love sports, by the way. I think sports, I'm originally from Brazil, yeah, so I grew up with sports around me. Like as a teenager, I remember I started playing volleyball when I was 12 years old. I was playing football sometimes as well, handball, basketball. I was always involved in sports. I'm going to answer you in a different way. For example, I love watching sports. Practicing, I love playing volleyball. As I was playing for years as a teenager, I was training every single day. Yeah. So volleyball, growing up, always being my passion. Yeah. I was playing other sports as well, but for me, volleyball always became like, I was playing literally every day. I was training every single day. Nowadays, what I like to watch now, since I've been in England for the last 17 years, tennis. Wimbledon is my favorite tournament. For me, because of Roger Federer, that's how I started enjoying watching tennis, because of him. Because the first time when I saw him playing, I was living in Portugal, and I had a manager. I was working in a restaurant, and I had this manager. He was Wimbledon final, and I think Roger Federer was in the finals. Like, oh my God, I never knew anything about tennis. And he starts explaining to me, and I started watching Roger Federer playing, very classic, beautiful, and that's how I started my passion. But saying that, I can spend the whole day watching any kind of sports. I love the Olympics, I love the World Cup, I love the Euro Cup, all those events that connects the world through sports. I'm a big fan, So yeah, growing up, volleyball for sure, because it was my passion growing up. And I'm Brazil. I think Brazilian people, football for me, the way I love watching football as well. I'm Brazilian, is in the blood. You know what I mean? It's our blood. Yeah. The way we watch football is just it's a different way. But growing up, volleyball was my main thing. But nowadays, I besides all the sports that I love watching, if I could choose just one, I can watch tennis every day. I could watch like for hours and hours, no stop.
I like tennis.
Do you?
Yeah, I like tennis.
Who is your favorite player?
Nadal.
You're gonna have a discussion now, okay? I'll tell you something. Because I love Roger Federer, and of course, both of them always being, you know what I mean, big, they're great friends actually outside. Yeah, they're friends. But I tell you, all those finals when they were playing Wimbledon, I tell you, it's very aggressive the way Nadal plays, very well. I like him, but Roger Federer is the top one. Second one, I like Djokovic, and those two they are my favorites. How about the female?
I'd probably say Serena Williams, because she was just so dominant.
There you go. Now we can speak the same. Now we agree both. Yeah, for sure. She just left her signature, in tennis. I think
the greatest women's player ever.
Yeah, it was beautiful to see her playing. You know what I mean? something interesting about her. You know, when they threw the balls for them before they serve, they keep like 3 in their hands or something. She always take the one. She always take one and she serves. Do you realize that?
I didn't know that. No.
When you watch her play, you see, because most of them they take 3. You know what I mean? Yeah, they threw them some balls before they serve, and they kind of keep looking at them. They put in their pockets and they serve one. She always, whatever they threw to her, she just take it and she serves. She never take another one.
Natural, just natural at the game.
That's natural. Did you enjoy the interview, Max?
Yeah, it's fun. It's brilliant.
Thank you. Thanks so much for taking the time. Thanks for being so kind and accepting the invitation. I think it's I think we just made memories now. Now I'm celebrating 3 years and it's your first podcast. So there we go. Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Good point. Wow, I like that. Absolutely. That's how you grow. That's how you learn more about yourself, about others as well.
That's it. Put yourself in situations where you're really scared, but you've just got to get it done and get through it and just do it.
I like that. Amazing. Thanks so much. Regards to your family and to your friends, and you keep in touch. And I see you in Portsmouth one day. I haven't been there for so long. When I come next time, I'll give a shout.
Yeah, let me know.
Absolutely. And you can educate me more about wrestling.
Yeah, you need to start. Well, you need to start watching.
It's funny because, you know, all the time when I told you I have few guests on the show, wrestlers, and I was literally asked so many questions, and I think it's interesting because there are so many misunderstand about it as well. You know, people they have a different. Some people they don't know much about it, and it can come across a different way as well. So I think people like you talking, explaining the job, the work you do on TikTok. I think it's educating people and open people's mind to understand more about it as well. That's how I see.
100%.
Good night and keep in touch. Okay, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Take care, Max. Bye bye.
See you later.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.